Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, howdy. How's it going, guys? Welcome to How Art Thou? Today, we are going to be doing something cool. How cool, you may ask? I don't know yet. Actually, I do know. So, I was working on this doodle kind of for, I don't know, for a while I've been wanting to do something where I can play around with lighting. Uh, and I'm not big into lighting. I'm very straightforward cartoon man. So for this one, I wanted to also push myself a little bit, doing kind of like a narrative picture. And let's see. Let's start out here. I'm gonna choose my brush as we kind of warm up a little bit. So I'm a big fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but I've never played them. As shocking as that may be. But I've always been a fan of like the lore and watching Let's Play videos and stuff like that. So kind of seeing the behind the scenes stuff, watching like Markiplier or I guess videos where they talk about, you know, the what ifs and whatnot. And I'm just crazy about it for some reason. For whatever reason, even though I don't play the games, I'm just into it. And also, there's that whole picture online of Dick the Birthday Boy from Rich Evans, Red Letter Media guy, which I am also a fan of. And I kind of wanted to combine the two. I thought that would be super fun to do something like that. So I had this idea for kind of like a picture that I could also use to kind of try out lighting and whatnot. So right now we're just kind of doing a loose sketch of what I had in mind. I did some sketches earlier as far as just in my sketchbook, getting a feel for what I want to do as far as angles and whatnot. And since I want to focus on just doing the lighting, like I want that to be the selling point of it, to be my main focus, I decided not to be too dynamic with the angles. And so I'm just kind of sketching it out here. Let's see, where do I want it? So for this one, the kind of the narrative I'm going for is you got Dick the Birthday Boy up here. He's kind of like got his foot hanging out. So he's on the run, kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's style. And yeah, I can do a better sock, I think. And he's up here in the vent, like he just hopped up, trying to sneak about. And got him kind of in there. And his shoe is down here. So what I want to try to do with this piece is have it where like he's being hunted or whatever, and he like gets away but just narrowly. But then this guy here is on his trail, and the lighting of the birthday cake, which I might move a little bit actually. Wait, that's not the right tool I want, I think. Yeah, let's just use this guy. Kind of tweak it a little bit. Right about there. So I want him kind of like using the light to expose the shoe here. I might make him a bit smaller. Hold on, let me use my mouse for a second. Don't want him too big. I'm also trying to relearn Photoshop here. It's been a hot minute. Let's see, is that one? Actually, let me just do selection here. So I guess the things I like about Five Nights at Freddy's are uh, mostly the, like I said, just kind of like the lore elements. How at face value, it's just a bunch of evil. Um, well, it's hard looking for this and talking at the same time. Here we go. Somewhere. Man, I am just struggling. This is why I think I'm going to start doing these live sessions, because people can tell me in real time if I'm being an idiot if I can't see something. So we'll come back to this then. And, oh, okay. It's freaking out a little bit. So you got the lore elements where you got the kids and they're in the haunted Freddy suits and whatnot. But you also have kind of like the backstories on the animatronics themselves. And I've always thought that it was an interesting concept to begin with, as far as the haunted animatronics and whatnot. And I just love it. I think it's a great idea. I know it's a little played out at this point. People are pretty sick of the FNAF series. But for me personally, I love it. I think it's great. And I would like to see a movie, have some people work on it. Let's see. Even if they put Let's Players in it, like I wouldn't even hate that, honestly. I think that would probably make it more authentic as far as what it is. Maybe do some, yeah, so it's kind of like a vent up here. You've got him coming down. So I want the lighting to kind of illuminate the shoe there. And he's kind of checking it out. He's got his weird sunken in eyes. He's got like a weird mask face. I don't know if he has a tail. I think that'd be cool though. Something like that. And then for this one, I think I'm going to work on it a little bit in between the episodes, just to kind of get a feel for it. Because like I said, I'm kind of getting back in the swing of things here. Yeah, I have this kind of... like we're kind of like following his lighting here. It's illuminating his face a little bit. As far as other projects I'm working on, I'm also in school right now, so it's been kind of weird balancing everything. That's why I haven't really uploaded anything for I think 7 months or something. And that is purely on me. I also moved to Japan recently with my wife, and just kind of, yeah, trying to get back in the flow of things. Obviously, moving to a country where you don't know the language is very difficult. And it takes some getting used to. But that's definitely it's a good excuse as far as excuses go, I must say. Kind of gets me off of doing a lot of things. Let's see. Maybe have some pizza slices or something. I don't know. And this is all stuff that we're just playing around with right now as far as aesthetics. We don't want to go too far because this is an 80s looking thing. But we do want to give it a little grimy look to it. Yeah, he's kind of... I want him to be absurdly large. To the point where you're just like, oh, Jesus. No thanks. Give him little feet. Skulking around. And have him kind of up here hiding. But yeah, I would kill for FNAF movie right now before it becomes to the point where it's not even worth having, of course. Which some would argue it's already at that point with its popularity. But you could do so much with it, even if you just stick to the surface story of just kids or teenagers. I read a little bit of the book Silver Eyes just because I bought it for an ex and wasn't crazy about it. Like instantly, it's just full of just errors, like easy to catch grammatical errors, and I had a hard time reading it for that reason. Should I have this more? Yeah, kind of having it like that. Okay. Like a Reebok. Not Reeboks. I don't know. What were kids wearing at this time? Or like Converse, I guess. So this looks okay for right now. I kind of want to focus on him for today. Let's see. Let me check my time. Yeah, we'll do like 15 minutes for this one. So yeah, I like to keep the initial one pretty loose and quick, just to get a feel for how I want things to lay out. I'm probably gonna make him a little smaller and like the air vent a little more noticeable here. But so far, yeah, maybe bring this in a little tighter, drop it down more. I'm feeling it as far as this. I don't know about this door though. Let's see. I'm gonna give him a little tail. Why not? Why not? I would say, as far as the animatronic designs, I still very much like the first one because they fit nicely in that realm of creepy yet believable. Excuse me, taking a sip of drink. But I also like Freddy's look, or what is it called? It's in the third one where he's like all janky looking and like looks more like a horror creature than the other ones. So let's do some light. Pick a better brush. I used to have I forget his name, Aaron guy's brush set. I think I'm gonna get that again. That was on an old computer. No, not liking that. Oh, here we go. Here's some stuff. Welcome to Austin is an artist, but is not very good at... Wait, do I still have it? I'm an artist, I swear. Yeah, let's do this. It's looking a little too... There we go, that's better. Well, 1 second, I'm going to pull up my reference image. So, yeah, let's see. Also for sister location, I was okay on it. Wasn't too crazy about it. I admire he's beginning to take more of a comedic turn with the FNAF games, which at this stage you kind of have to. Maybe have his eyes a little off. If you have a lazy eye, maybe that'd be fun. So he's kind of staring at it here. Let's see. This one, I am very much looking forward to this picture because I think it'll just be a good time. I'm already enjoying doing something kind of creepy. Let's see. It's got these kind of eyelids coming through. Also, what is your guys' favorite stuff for Photoshop as far as how-tos and whatnot? As I am still learning and whatnot, I'm always on the lookout for good info on Photoshop. Let's bring this up a little bit. A little lower. There we go. Nice and creepy. There we go. Maybe make his lip a little bigger. There we go. Yeah. Now we're talking. Actually, I'll bring this in a little more. Erase this. Whoop! I had my eraser set too big. Yeah, because I want this to be deep. And as for the FNAF movie, I think one reason I would be more interested in seeing it is because of everything you could do with it. I know obviously modern Hollywood would probably go the most stereotypical route with it. Just make a bunch of teenagers running around and having jump scares, and I mean that is the foundation of, you know, FNAF. But honestly, I think if they gave it to, what's his name? It's the guy who did the Conjuring movies. He makes all the horror stuff these days. I think they could do okay with it, honestly. Even though they've been known to turn out some mediocre stuff here and there, I think it's definitely... I think they have the capability of making something great. Let's see here. Did they do Hereditary? I wasn't the biggest fan of Hereditary. I thought it was a very well-made film. Very competent. Not feeling that. Let's bring his hand down here. But I think narratively it could have used some work. Like, people always like to praise it for its use of the little miniature thing. But honestly, it really didn't play that much of a role in the movie. Like, they kind of set it up, but you really don't see it anymore after that. And I know it's the director's first movie, and in that regard, I think it's... For a first movie, it's pretty amazing. And I would like to see more from that director. Because if that's your first movie, then Like, wow, I'm interested to see more. You know, same goes with what's his name? Panos Cosmatos, the guy who did Mandy and Beyond the Black Rainbow. Very fun films. Um, and they definitely are kind of in that same boat where they were flawed, but they were good. They had a great visual style. And if he was given more, I think his next movie is going to be amazing. If it isn't, then it's just kind of like a sign of like, oh, I guess he was just kind of flash in the pan kind of guy. The flash in the panos, cause okay, we're not doing that joke. And but yeah, I think there's a lot of promise there. I just want him to be like disgustingly girthy. You know, I think that'll sell it here. Ooh, okay. Man, this is I don't know. I'm looking at a reference image right now and I don't know if he has ears. But I'm going to put him in there anyways. Let me round him out a little bit. Maybe put a little... I might jank up this eye a little bit more as we go. But alright, okay, we're off to a good start here. I like where this is heading. So I'm going to cap the video right here because I'm going to do some tweaking and work on a little bit in between. Until then, this has been How Art Thou? Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode and we'll get a little more detail done on this. If you like the video, please subscribe and like it, favorite, I don't know. I personally don't do that often on videos, so it's hard for me to be that guy and tell you to do it. I also have a Patreon. If you want to support me that way, just go to howartthou_dude. And yeah, I just put up a audio review I did for Wreck-It Ralph. And the thing with that is I was going to do a full video, but wow, really don't care for that movie enough to even rewatch the movie or to put more effort into it. I just couldn't. It was just too bland, and I'd go more in depth in the review. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.